marriage in terms of being married in community of property and out of community of property.
Also, you mentioned that someone posted a question.
Yes. So someone asked me this question, and I thought, you know what? Let's talk about it. For me, we married in community of property, and we don't have a problem with that. We got no problem with that. Mainly because we got married very young, and we didn't have assets at that time. We didn't have any credit records at the time, So we literally were just building our lives together. But I do not feel that there's any problem with being married out of community of property.
I agree with you totally. I feel like, before you sign, make your research first and then do what you're comfortable with. I mean, remember that getting married in community property or out of community property has got nothing to do with your guys' commitment.
True. Because in what I used to know is that, hey, if you married out of community,
it means you're gonna divorce.
Want a divorce, And
you
it's nothing to do with that.
And it's a bit sad that we actually grew up with that mentality. It's really sad. So I would suggest that, make your research first and then choose whatever options that you guys are comfortable with, and work with what you guys have. Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
Okay. Out of community property, we're looking at the financial part of it, because remember, I have a credit record. Well, I had a credit record, and it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. So that conversation was sparked by the fact that when we had to buy our first car, they look at the credit records, and Miguel's credit record wasn't balancing. And luckily his credit record was good. So moving forward, we were like, you know what, we sat down, we spoke about it. Considering the fact that we also grew up knowing that getting married out of community property means that you guys are just heading on for a divorce. Like, honestly, it has nothing to do with commitment. We love each other more than we've ever
lives here.
So in the future, for instance, let's say I want to buy property, or we want to buy property. When they look at the credit records, I'm not gonna be having his luggage on my side. He's not gonna have my luggage on, like my debts. So it makes financial sense.
True.
For us.
Makes financial sense. True. So it's up to you guys, or in the future or whatever, but the biggest thing is to actually communicate about it.
And definitely talk about it.
And don't make it out of emotions. It shouldn't be an emotional decision, and that's what I'm coming to understand as I grow.
Yes, such conversations, you have them when you're happy. That's what I learned. You have such conversations when you guys are happy, because then you know that emotions are not part of it. You are not catching feelings over it. It's a sober conversation.
We women are very emotional beings.
Yes, definitely. Like, I take everything by chest.
Like, so
fast. Because I remember when my husband wanted to talk about it, he was actually careful about it. So luckily I raised it first. Yes, I raised it first, and then he was so happy that because he couldn't wait for me to actually talk about it, because he didn't understand my stance on it. So hence I say that talk about it while you guys are still happy.
Yes.
So when I raised it, then we talked about it, and then we did our research also, and then looking at the experience that we have also when we were buying the car, that also factored in. And
so now another question I got was that how do you know if he is the one? That's a very popular question.
You know what?
How do you know that this one
is the one? For me, it doesn't happen it doesn't happen the same way with everyone. You're gonna have your own experience with it. With mine, I've known him ever since primary, but then we were not even close then.
It was brother in the Lord.
It was brother in the Lord and sister in the Lord. So how did I know that he's the one? I remember when I took him out. This one. So yeah, we went out it was his birthday. So I took him out for lunch, for movies, basically.
Before you guys started dating.
Yes, that was before we started dating. So I remember, like, in the midst of our conversation, he was just saying the right things. Like, not saying anything about me, but about himself, like his family and, you know, people, like the way he spoke. I was like, God, that time, like, we're not, like, he's not even shelling me. Like, he hasn't said anything to me, you know. He was talking. I was like, you know what, God, this guy is saying the right things. You know, he's saying he's ticking all the boxes that I'm looking for in a man, you know. And then, no, Shem, later on that day, hey, that was fixed.
They were put in place.
They put in place and in order. So yeah, no, later that day, that's when we started. And then during the relationship,
him proving the things that he was talking about.
Yes.
Even
So before I actually got into a relationship, my brother-in-law actually set me down. So he was like to me, you know what? When you meet a guy, it's like, you know, just look at his behavior, you know, all the traits that he's got, bad or good, and then decide whether you're gonna be able to handle that for your entire, you know, for the entire duration of your relationship.
there's this saying that I really love when they say, when someone shows you their true colors, believe them.
Yes.
Because
don't turn a
blind eye. Yes, don't turn a blind eye to the fact that unje lo muntu, and be willing to let it go when you see that it's not working.
And also, I prayed about it. I'm not gonna lie. I remember I prayed to God. I also made, you know, a conscious decision to make our relationship work. Because remember, you fight, you know, after the honeymoon phase, we fight and fight and fight. But amidst those fights, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to make it work. And then I'm so happy and glad that we both made that decision. We both made that decision that, you know what, we want to make this relationship work. And guess what? We worked on it. You know, we're not perfect. We're two individuals. We're two different individuals, remember? So we tried to merge what we have and then make it work, make our differences work. And I love the fact that we're different. You know, we like different things. So you make your differences work.
So in other words, we don't know.
Wow.
I think, so the points I got from you is that firstly, praying about it.
Yeah.
Having peace on it, you know, with the relationship that you have. And also, watch, like, when the person's showing you their personality, believe them, and also, choose what you can be able to live with and what you wouldn't want to live with.
Yeah, if it's something that you cannot work with, call it quits. It's not late. So you want to pray about it.
Be realistic.
Be realistic, yes.
And practical about it.
Yes. Be realistic about the whole situation.
Another thing, growing in marriage. You know what I've been seeing these days is that I'm still growing as a person.
And another huge thing is to accept the individual that he is. You know, accept the fact that both of you are individuals that needs to grow. Individuals that like different things. You know, so appreciate that fact and then work with it. Tabo the other day told me that, you know what, our relationship, but my aim is to make you discover more about yourself and love yourself more. And that was so profound for me because, you know, in many cases, what we do when we get married is that we just wanna, we don't put ourselves first. It's your husband, it's your baby if you have a baby, and then it's you, you know. But then, in all honesty, you need to put yourself first.
Still love yourself.
Love yourself.
Your family needs you sane and well.
Yes, definitely. They need you sane and well.
Couldn't have said it better.
So yeah, love yourself, and then, because, you know, there's a saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup, you know. So love yourself so that you are able to pour that love to your family. You know, you also matter. You matter. Your happiness shouldn't be entirely dependent on your partner. Be happy yourself. Be happy about yourself. Be at peace. So yeah.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
That was an earful. That was a chatful.
Yeah.
That was so good. I feel like we should have like more.
Yes. Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
The fact that for a first timer.
She's a first time.
I'm a first timer, y'all. But no, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things that we should tackle on. Things that our peers are going through. So yeah, but we'll see where this leads.
We're gonna be having her back soon.
Hopefully.
Don't you think? Wow, I don't even want to end it, but yeah, I think we must end it while we still smiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our video, man. I think that's it.
Yeah.
No summary, no conclusion.
No, that's just about it. We tried to make it as raw as possible.
It is very raw.
Yeah, there's no script, there's
No
nothing.
script, nothing.
Like, she didn't tell me what we want to talk about. And yeah, I'm gonna watch this video and then kill you afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching our video and watching till the end. And yeah, I hope you've learned a couple of things. Yes?
Yeah, that's
Please
me
call
calling you.
Please call mama. Anyway, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and share it, and do all those nice things. I don't know, man, just do nice things.
Yeah, and if you have questions as well, don't hesitate to ask anything, and we here to be real with you, to tackle real life stuff. If I should put it that way.
We'll kill you.
So,
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, dude. Like, thank you so much. Like, this is a pleasure. You understand it? Thank you so much.
This video was recorded pre-COVID.